Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 of our Let's Play co-commentary series on Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare for the PlayStation 3.
And the mission we're starting with is Charlie Don't Serve. Right, do we want recruit regular? Recruit.
Well, we've been doing the whole thing in regular, so yeah, might as well.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense to do it on regular. Because we don't want to make things too easy. And with this let's play also, we are going to let cutscenes run.
Okay, now this epic opening of Charlie Don't Serve. Gotta say, this is a memorable moment in the game.
Yeah, it really is. And this game is 10 years old this year, I believe. 10 years this November, so...
Yeah. I mean, it's really nice that we got a remastered version of this game last year. Although, it would have been cool if... It would have made more sense if it came out this year, but, you know, since their pattern started changing for every company of releases, it came to this, so yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if there's it'd be cool if there was if there's gonna be 10th anniversary DLC for Modern Warfare Remastered. That would be amazing.
Yeah. And also maybe...
I don't know what it could include, but it's a potential plan, so a potential idea that could work.
And they could do Modern Warfare Remastered as like a standalone game as well.
Yeah, that could actually work as a 10th anniversary gift. You know, to the nostalgic COD players who've been playing Call of Duty throughout the previous decade and also decades before.
Yeah.
Well, actually, technically only started in the previous decade anyway, so yeah.
2003, I believe it started.
Yeah.
And it started on PC, I think, originally, and then it went to console after a certain period of time.
Yeah, it certainly started on PC.
And they included Call of Duty Classic with the PS3 version of Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, and I think that was also on Xbox Live Arcade as well. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it was. It was on Xbox Live Arcade and PSN, I believe.
Yeah. And
I did play a bit of it at some point. Right. And hopefully this year, Call of Duty is going back to its roots this year. You know, in terms of like World War II and all that.
Yeah, at least that's what they have planned for 2017.
Yeah, rumours are just rumours and speculation, really.
Yeah, look, I hope all this speculation becomes true, though, because we've been seeing a lot of futuristic Call of Duty games lately, and Advanced Warfare definitely really goes so far into the future to the point where it's just ripping off Halo. Yeah.
And it has been criticised for this because of that reason. It's been criticised.
Yeah, heavily criticised.
It's been too futuristic, really.
Yeah, when that's supposed to be Halo's thing.
Yeah, and of course now with Destiny as well, kind of.
Yeah, Destiny took a shot at that from, cloning Halo themselves. But yeah, then No Man's Sky went ahead and cloned Destiny.
Yeah, so, yeah.
By the way, for those of you who are wondering why we started this from the select mission select screen, is because we originally recorded this part some time ago, and Abdul, the Arabic guy, was guest commentating, but since he seems to be busy right now,
and
he can't.
Well.
Yeah, and ill as well. We can't
can't do it with him.
Yeah, we can't invite him into this part. So so this is basically a re-recording of part 4.
I've killed our grenade woods.
So yeah, people, this is basically a re-recording of part 4.
Yeah, this is the true version of part 4 that was originally intended to be put up. But it wasn't put up due to various circumstances.
Yeah, there are certain technical difficulties, like parts of the clip freezing, and also the separate Blue Yeti recording, like skipping. So what we're doing right now for this recording is that we're actually recording this both in one go. And what I mean by that is that we're using the Logitech webcam. The Logitech webcam software to actually record with both the webcam and the Blue Yeti. Just use the webcam for the video and the Yeti for the audio, you know, for the commentary.
Oh, flashbang. Yeah, don't try and shoot me.
These real pictures.
Oh. Yeah, one of the good things about this game also, it didn't mirror it didn't mirror real life like combat zones and stuff and like wars and stuff. So it kind of created its own thing rather than rehashing like previous games in terms of like concepts of, you know, like war zones and conflicts, which is a good sign. Yeah, but it also pays respect to the conflicts as well, you know, in terms of like with what Black Ops did in 2010. It kind of respected the Vietnam War and the Cold War and all that, and kind of and it created its own thing around it, really, which is good because it means it's not mocking it. It's not mocking the conflicts in question.
Yeah,
so
it's just paying respects to the conflicts that have been happening, and they're also just acknowledging that they even happened to even make more people aware, even gamers aware of those who didn't really have an interest in studying history or anything.
Yeah.
So if anything, it's kind of educational, but at the same time, not really. Obviously, the main purpose of a game is to entertain.
Yeah, and
but, you know, it's nice to have that bit of extra on the side.
Yeah,
just in case those people didn't know.
Yeah, and Assassin's Creed did that really as well. It kind of educated people about history and stuff.
Yeah, it takes you back to all these, like, 18th century times and all that, like Victorian times and shit like that.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of another thing they did with the Witcher games, especially like with The Witcher 3. It has a kind of medieval setting, from what I've been told.
In terms of more recent games, Dishonored 2 also like use that as like a method to do it. You know, like in terms of foreign countries' histories and stuff, and you know, and it kind of crafted your own story around it to make, to help it create the story really. Like in terms of like research, in terms of, you know, and everything really.
Yeah, and it's not like they're just reenacting like the conflicts altogether. They're just using them to create their own concepts. It's like, and obviously, as we mentioned before, they pay respects to the actual conflicts themselves in order to acknowledge that they exist and to acknowledge where these stories actually came from.
And the reason that we picked to do the PS3 version instead is because, you know, we wanted to do the original version of the product and not like a remastered version of it.
Yeah, and the second reason that we chose the PS3 version was because Modern Warfare Remastered and Infinite Warfare were not out at that point when we started the Let's Play co-commentary series. And plus, and we originally started this ages ago, but this is technically a restart of the series, of the co-commentary series that we're doing for Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. So, yeah.
And
that pretty much explains that.
Yeah, and in future Let's Plays, we'll also go on to other Call of Duty series, with World at War, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and then of course the originals before that, so Call of Duty 3 possibly as well. So we will look at the Call of Duty series really in terms of different eras and different parts of history, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Shut up. Okay. Alright, let's move. Let's move this on a bit. Okay.
We've got the TV station locked down and surrounded, sir. Good. Get in position to breathe.
And of course, with these games as well, we also do the online multiplayer as well, and the zombies as well. So it kind of, and those parts really add to the experience, add more to explore and stuff, and
Yeah, they're like further enhancements to the game. Well, obviously they gotta bring in multiplayer because now it just makes the games like more entertaining. Well, of course, like the multiplayer will only work all the way up until all the servers get shut down. So yeah.
Yeah, so the older games now, in terms of the servers are probably going to be shut down soon. So the Call of Duty 3 server, for instance, is probably going to get shut down because that's more than 10 years old now. So in theory, that could be shut down first. For the course by Modern Warfare and World of War and all that. So the older games will be shut down, and then obviously the new Call of Duty games will take the lead really in terms of the servers and everything. Got him, there we go, got him. Right, next bit.
Yeah, I'll certainly remember this place.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you hear noise in the background, guys, just ignore it. It's just my something else happening around the house. Really, something else just going on.
Yeah, actually, I don't know whether to call it DIY maintenance, but
yeah, you don't need to know what it is. It's just happening. It just happens.
Yeah, it is what it is. It doesn't matter.
Stop from that grenades, was it? Look at all those bullet marks. Look at all those bullet marks in that shattered glass.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what 2007 game can have, like, for detail like that.
Yeah, and games these days are so big, like in terms of hard drive space and everything. Games are so big now that it takes longer to install things because of obviously technical innovations and stuff. Really.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how big the new Call of Duty this year is going to be, because Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare put together, that requires you to actually get another hard drive altogether.
Yeah, because the total space...
Extend your memory.
Yeah, the total...
extend your storage, I mean.
The hard drive, in terms of the amount of space, it was over 100 megabytes for both games. That is big. And you had to have the disc in order to play Modern Warfare Remastered, which is stupid.
Yeah, even though Modern Warfare Remastered is just DLC that comes with the game. But Activision just locked that shit just so they can make more money out of the Infinite Warfare. Otherwise they make their Legacy Edition pointless.
Yeah. And there's rumours this year that maybe they might do a Modern Warfare 2 remastered this year.
Yeah, which would be cool. I know that it's Sledgehammer Games' turn to develop the next game for this year, but I'm not sure if it's 100% likely because Modern Warfare 2 was also developed by Infinity Ward,
yeah,
just like this game was. So I don't know, maybe Infinity Ward will do that separately, but this year, but I'm not entirely sure.
So what you're saying is that when Infinity Ward get around to their next COD game, which is like in like another couple of years, and maybe they might include Modern Warfare 2 Remastered.
Perhaps they will.
With their new game, maybe? It's possible, because it's developed by the same studio, so it would make sense.
Yeah, it would make sense. I wouldn't be surprised if Activision sort of changed their minds in order to actually work with... They publish like 2 COD games of separate companies in 1 year, but I'm not sure if they would actually think of doing that. I mean, obviously they're going to have to pay more for that as well, but still. It'd be nice if Modern Warfare 2 got its remastered as well, but next couple of years, it'd be 2019, so I suppose it wouldn't be bad to wait 2 years for Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, because that marks the 10th anniversary for Modern Warfare 2, which came out in 2009.
And then the next anniversary really would be Modern Warfare 3 Remastered. Modern Warfare 3 Remastered would be released in 2021, when that's 10 years old.
Yeah.
And then obviously you like have all the other anniversaries. So World at War's anniversary would be 2018. So it would make sense to have a World at War remastered with Treyarch's next game. So
yeah.
Anything's possible really with Call of Duty, anything's possible.
Yeah, but Treyarch games especially, I'd love to have them remastered, because obviously since you can't play PS3 games on a PS4, it'd be nice to actually have like games like Black Ops 1 and 2 playable on the PS4. Yeah. Or even by then the PS5 would potentially be out, because according to one of Sony's analysts, the PlayStation 5 is scheduled to be released in 2018. Late 2018, that is.
Yeah, I believe that this is the end of this Charlie Don't Surf, actually.
Yeah, this is the end of the mission. Well, close to the end anyway.
17 minutes, not bad. 17 minutes.
Not here. Route clear. It's on a loop. Broadcast is recorded.
Set up, in other words, it's a setup for them.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I can shoot all TVs. Get them on all the other side from the broadcasting.
I gotta say, this was a smooth recording.
Yeah, it was. It actually is. Let's hope it's for all future recordings.
Yeah, let's hope it actually works out as well.
And I guess you guys are waiting for Rayman Origins Part 12 as well. So that will come. That upload will come in time.
Yeah, it'll come in its own good time.
And that had a guest commentator, didn't it? I don't know, 150 was in that.
Yeah.
Well,
probably as we speak, that might already be uploaded. So yeah.
Yeah.
Since that was recorded before this recording, so it would make sense.
Yeah, because you might have started it at home without realising it. Without realising that you're actually starting the process. It could be uploaded to YouTube right now. Could be, for all we know.
Yeah, true. Well, actually you can't really... That doesn't really make sense, but...
No, of course not.
You can't really just upload something without noticing.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
But yeah, anyways, that's officially Charlie Don't Surf complete with part 4, so see you guys in part 5 where we start off with the bog. Laters, everyone.
Bye, guys.